welcome to Daddy Issues.
Push nice and hard. You know if your wrist is wore out by the time you get done doing this, you did something right.
This dungeon is gorgeous.
Hello and welcome.
A redhead will stuff you in her trunk and hang you on her wall and fuck you for days. Just saying. It's good times.
I go full trailer park.
Now let's go back to the hose.
That's weird.
Ooh, gimme.
Because
Was that hot?
Pardon me.
Dude, okay over there?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, their sticks are so far up their asses, it's like they're fucking puppets, and you're just...
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Would you be comfortable sharing with us the name of the hotel you stayed in last night?
Woo!
well, look who skipped their meds today. And then it was just like, I should drink less.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. It's just the really good lighting at Laura's house.
Dude, she has like model lighting. She's like ready for the game.
How are you?
Dude, I have a For those listening, not seeing, I just literally almost ripped my own face off because I have legit tea. Fuck guys who decide to open wounds with me this year. Bad idea.
Oh, fuck, what happened?
Oh, stupid ass move. Okay. So, you know this about me, I am the least bit of a shit starter. I really am. Like, I'll do whatever it takes to, like, stay out of the fray and not start a fight and, like, keep...
Dude, almost too much.
Yeah, like,
almost
to the point where she has gotten up my ass about it, like, a lot.
Yeah, I'm just like, girl, don't put... What? No, do not put up with that.
Yeah. So that's a thing. And, oh, wait, hold on one second. Let me make sure I'm not getting any echo. Yep, I'm on there. Okay, so here's what just happened. I really wanted to make sure that the audio was going to be good for this. Because I'm outing a motherfucker today. Okay. I wasn't going to do this. I'm going to start by saying that. This has gone on for a few months where I've been deflecting advances and, it kind of now is at a point where I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And now it needs to be Yeah.
Dude, take the fucking hint, man. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so there's a little history here. So this guy and I used to hook up and kind of dated a little bit a long time ago. But I wouldn't even say we were dating, but like we got along extremely well. Like, it was a good thing, you know? Like, it just worked. What we had going was working. But like, we both knew what it was and what it wasn't. He made it clear he was gonna be seeing other people. I made it clear I may not be sticking around, you know? So, yeah, so it was kind of just like a in-between thing.
Yeah, everyone's informed, all good.
Right. So, but he was really cool, I thought, until you fast forward to now. Despite the loose ass morals that y'all probably think I have a strong ass moral compass. So when people start barking up my tree to do fucked up shit, I'm like, no, I won't do it.
Yeah.
So here's what happened. I was posting some photos back from last year. This was last year when this started, by the way. So back up to last year, I'm posting some photos from some photo shoots.
Sorry, I'm back. The dog just wanted me to open the door.
Aww.
He's like looking at me and looking at the door like,
What
how big
up,
I look on the camera.
Okay, so I posted some photos from a photo shoot that I did last year. This is in like the fall, okay? So a while ago. And motherfucker hits me up and basically tries planning a hookup with me. Now, generally, this wouldn't have been weird.
Right.
Except for the fact that I didn't hit him up first. Like, he like started responding to a photo and then asked me for my kick, which for those who have kick, you all know that's like the way to hide conversations.
I fucking hate Kick though because people can just message you.
I hate it.
Like,
I
who
don't
the
have
fuck are
it.
you?
I don't have it
I don't have
anymore.
it.
I don't have it anymore because of that. Actually, I don't want to talk to strangers.
Right? No,
I actually, yeah. So anyway, so I give him my kick. We start talking. He's engaged. And at some point this surfaces. I can't remember exactly when he told me that, but it was after he started planning like a thing between us where we were definitely gonna fuck for any gray area. Like he wanted to bang. Okay?
Right.
Like I wasn't agreeing to bang. This is what he wanted to do.
He was trying to set it up.
Yes. And then I was like, I even said, this is like out of the blue. And he was like, I've fantasized about you for like long ass time. Okay. So like, then I'm like, okay.
What? Yeah. Thanks, weirdo.
But, you know, like he's not the first to obsess about me. So, I mean, it's like, all right. But at the same time, like part of me is like, what the fuck is up here? And then he sends me dick pics, which is like a guy's mating call. I don't know why they think we're going to respond to that. Like, that's the dick of my dreams. No. None of us care about your dick. Like, literally, I don't fucking care about your dick. If anything, I'd want to lap it off.
Did you read the article about the that woman that did an experiment by sending guys a bunch of random pussy pics?
No.
Right. This woman, for a social experiment, you know, went on to all these chat places and Kick and stuff like that, and sent guys a bunch of random pussy pics, and they loved it. They're just like, hell yeah. So I was like, okay, so wait, maybe they send us dick pics because like that would work for them. So they think I'll try that because that's like if a girl sent me a pussy pic, I'd apparently be stoked about it, you know?
Yeah.
So like maybe they think, oh, we'll send her a dick pic and then she'll be all about it, you know? And it's like, no. Listen to women when we say no. They all look the same.
Yeah, they do.
There's some variance between size and shape and curvature and shit like that, but a dick's a dick.
Yeah.
You know, they all look pretty much alike.
And honestly, you're really just hurting your own chances. Like, if I already know what's in there, it's not like when you see our vagina. If you see our vagina, you're like, yeah, thirsty. Like, but we look at your dick and we're like, all right, Cheryl, what do you think? Like we are not weighing in on what your dick looks like, first of all, alone, and secondly, in your favor, like ever. If you've sent me a dick pic, I promise you I've used it at your expense.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
The only time we want to see a dick pic is when we specifically ask for one.
That's right.
Even then, it's not. And even then, and I can't speak for all women here, nor will I pretend to. But even then, for me, it's not because I give even that much of a shit about what your dick looks like. It's more about controlling you.
Right. Yeah.
And having you and making you
do something that
do
puts
as I say.
Right.
Yeah.
Obey.
Yeah. It's not even to do with your dick. So.
Right. So he sent me this dick pic, and it wasn't the only one. And
was it a photo shoot series of dick pics? Were they wearing different scarves and different hats?
But you know what? That would have made it prettier.
That would have made it awesome. Like, okay, I give you all permission to send me dick pics if they're if each picture they're in a different outfit and it's professionally shot.
This is awesome.
Like,
I love this idea.
You know?
I follow this. You can send me dick pics in this.
I will appreciate your dick pics. Put the effort in.
Yeah.
You know?
Good lighting, like if it has a hat or like a really cool pullover, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you put the effort in, I might not hate you for it.
Right. You could even do it calendar style and have it like wrapped in little Christmas lights with a Santa hat for December. Like have it surrounded by flowers for April. Like something. Like something. Not just a dick.
Really put thought
Come
into
on.
it. Creativity matters to us, okay?
Yes, it does.
But if you haven't put in this effort and you're trying to poach me while you're engaged, here's what you shouldn't do. Push me once I tell you to stop. I told him, I was like, I'm not gonna fuck you. I was like, you're engaged to someone. Like, that isn't me. First of all,
Right, I'm
let's
not
start
going to throw a sister under the bus like that.
No. Now, because I'm like, I feel like I'm half dude the way I act some of the time. So, like, for that reason, I didn't just, like, turn around and rat him out, right? But
Right.
then this motherfucker did this. Like, I basically stated my case. And he's a listener, so he's, like, fucking uncomfortable as shit right now. Because he knows I'm talking about him and how bad this could get. Listen, I don't want to be played for a fool. I basically straight out said to him, I don't want to be used. Like, I'm not in a position where I would ever find that to be appropriate, period.
Yeah.
Basically. And
Deal breaker.
yeah, it's not going to work for me. I know how that goes, and it's not going to work in my favor, so I'm out. And by the way, it's
Yeah.
not going to work in anyone else's favor. So, like, you should be out. You should be the one putting up a barrier. And then this kind of happens. So he starts calling me and telling me it's when she's, like, going to get her nails done. Or so that we could have, like, phone sex. Now, I'm not a phone sex person, so, like, you already lost me.
Yeah.
But, like, the fact that you're telling me, like, when she's around and all this shit, it's like, okay, do you not see anything wrong with this? Even from my perspective, I'm like, okay, so I would jump in with you so that you could do this to me when you're engaged to me. Not that I would date you, because I already see you're doing a shitty fucking thing. But if I were the girl, that would be like, oh my God, he wants me more. And I took the carrot, then I would just end up with a broken heart and be the next one in line to be disappointed by this dude.
Yeah.
So this is what he does. Now, I thought by stating my case and the silence that he kind of got the message. And then I got this message this morning.
Oh, God.
I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to
Can't
read
wait.
it to you, and I'm giving you names.
Oh,
'Cause fuck
shit,
this.
yeah.
Fuck this. This is so... You know why I'm doing this? I think it's royally messed up that guys do this shit and think that a bitch won't fucking turn around and out your ass. Listen.
Dude, for real.
I fucking
Wait.
have no dog in the fight. You know, like, I started deflecting him really quickly. I was like, I would start saying fucked up shit like, why don't you ask your wife? And shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
basically pointing you back. Okay, so here's what happened today. He goes, hey, what part of Florida are you in? I'm going to leave that blank because you know and no one else needs to.
Yeah.
And he goes, how far is that from Tampa? I was like, you cannot be fucking serious. This is really what I said. I'm going to send you the screenshots later. I was like, he goes, I'm just curious, laugh out loud. I was like shaking my head because I was. And
Yeah.
he goes, laugh out loud. I was like, ask your wife for directions. Dude, for real, why? I already told you, I'm not fucking you. You have a fiance. He goes,
Yeah.
I know. I didn't ask that. I haven't seen you in ages. What am I, the village idiot? Come the fuck on. So
Yes.
I basically call him out. I was like, oh, but you have. I said, and he goes, if you were close enough, I thought we could say hi. I was like, and you want to fuck me? I was like, you made that clear, like with photos, so not a good idea. He goes, of course I do, laugh out loud, but you've said you won't. Thank you for saying that for me, guy. Thank you for putting that into print so I didn't have to, because you're just making you look like the shitbag you are. He goes, I thought a friendly hello, but it's all good, as if I'm being petty
Yeah.
for not fucking you. Okay. I was like,
Dude, and I
laughing
mean,
my
a
ass
friendly
off.
hello. Like, why the fuck? Why?
Right?
Why?
I was
why,
like-
why do I need to take time out of my day to come say hello to your sorry ass?
So he tries to like backpedal a bit. I go, why am I the one saying this when you're engaged? He goes, I never said let's fuck. And I goes, I have reverb in my ear, so it fucks up my speech sometimes.
No worries.
I said, you tried planning a whole trip for me to go there when she was gone or there. Like, he had a backup plan for when she was there.
Fucking hell.
He wanted me to go stay at the place that's near his work, and then he would just, like, not work those days. He would use vacation days. I was like, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
And this was all his idea, by the way. Okay. And then I was like, so yes, you did. And he goes, I meant not right now. Shade, I'm not trying to argue with you. Oh yeah, what changed? I was like, he goes, just thought it'd be nice to see you. I go, Michael, I am not stupid. Please don't treat me like a generic bimbo. I was like, he goes, I promise I'm not. I'm never in Florida, laugh out loud. And I'm down here, but don't know if I'm close enough. And I thought it'd be nice to see you. Okay, here's why it's not nice to see me. Because by interjecting into my morning right before recording time, here's what you just did. You made yourself content, which I've warned people about.
Yes.
You have given me photos of you and your fiance that I could literally screenshot and use, like, to send back to her and be like, I just want you to know the person you're about to marry does this. Because I didn't know when the person I was married to was a total shitbag.
I think you should. I think that fucking everybody has I mean, you're talking about a marriage. If she reads it and and decides that she still wants to marry him, then if he fucks her over, or when he fucks her over, that's on her.
Dude, and let me tell you something about men.
Dry.
Let me tell you something about men. For every rat you see, there's 10 you don't. So, the fact that he's going after me states away means that he's going after people in that silence there was where I cut him off.
Sure.
He's still fucking around.
He's for sure on some kind of dating site or something.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Dude, he sought me out on Facebook. I did not message him first. And I'm like sitting here going, are you fucking for, I said that, like, are you fucking for real? And he made a joke about it. I was like, you're the joke now, funny. I couldn't believe that after I've literally told you it's not gonna happen, leave me alone, I'm a real person, you decide several months later, hey, I'm in town, you want to chill and fuck and not fuck? No, I don't. No, I don't. By the way, my vagina is not up for grabs.
I want you to take time out of your day and out of your life to come and just say a friendly hello to me for no reason.
Fuck you. I got shit to do.
Like bitch ain't got shit to do.
I got a coffee that's hotter than you. Like, no, I ain't doing this.
Fuck him. Men need to realize that not every woman is there yet, but women are rapidly becoming a sisterhood. We look out for each other now more than we probably ever have. Yeah. So don't fuck around like that. Don't fuck around like that.
I'm seriously, his name is Michael.
Pardon?
His name is Michael. And he's engaged to a girl named Courtney. I won't give her last name, but she'll know who she is.
Michael, look, if you want to fuck around, if you want to fuck like as many bitches as possible, that is fine. Get unengaged, be single, and do that. Yeah. Don't fuck over some some innocent woman that's falling for your ass. Seriously, right. If you're not ready to get married, if you want to, you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to fuck her over. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with staying single and fucking whoever you want. Yeah. But stop doing the dirty on this poor girl. What is wrong with you?
Well, and by the way, she's gorgeous. Like she looks like she's a catch. But his complaints about her are ridiculous. She never gives me blowjobs anymore. Like I don't feel like I love her. Like, he's talked to his therapist about
this. Her then, you dick.
Thank you. I even said to him, I was like, if you're telling me this now, it's not going to work. And you're slighting her of someone who would really love her.
Right?
Fuck you.
You deserve better, girl. Get rid of that piece of shit.
Dude, I did. When I stopped seeing him, I thought he was a good guy. Like, now that I know this about him, I could never look at him like he's a good guy. Because I know, first of all, I don't care who you are, the way you get him is the way you'll lose him. And that is fucking truth. That is Bible fucking truth.
It is, yeah.
It really happens. So if you think that, like, it's gonna be different and that I'm the only fucking skeleton in your closet, I'm probably not. I'm just not. Because it's just science. I'm not even there and he's going after me. He wants to, he's now trying to plan like a second trip where we like chill. No, dude, he just doesn't want to be caught. With you. He doesn't want to hang out with me. He wants to bang me like a Salvation Kenyan drum.
Fucking hell. Well, fuck him.
Yeah. So anyway,
I hope. You'll have to update us on this story because I want to know how this shit turns out.
I just want to say before any of the shit results from this, that probably will. I am sorry for any part I played in his sadistic, fucked up mess. I honestly, like, woman to woman, I'm sorry. Like, I really am sorry because the bigger this got, like, he invented an obsession with essentially, like, what to him right now is a stranger. Like, we haven't seen each other in years. You know? So if he's willing to get that close to a stranger, he's not close enough to you.
Well, and look, the thing is, you see this happen all the time with guys like this. They like find somebody and then they get engaged and shit, and then that new spark, new relationship energy.
Yeah, they have a house together and shit.
And then they start fucking messaging the exes and seeing who responds and messaging people on dating sites and shit like that. It's immature bullshit. And it's got very little to do with the women there. Like, this isn't because of you.
No, it's not because of you.
Regardless.
Yeah, he would be doing this to me if I were the one he had proposed to. I promise you. I promise you.
Oh, absolutely.
I promise you. And I'll bet, coming from the woman he'd like to be his mistress, that's weird. But I'm telling you, I'm not special. He's opportunistic. There's a difference.
Absolutely.
So I'm really sorry. You're probably I guarantee, based on those photos, she doesn't know.
No.
She doesn't know. Like, she looks so in love. And I've been her, not knowing any better. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna fucking out you. All because... And I want to say that I wasn't going to do that until you literally just hit me up again. Again. Idiot. Yeah. Anyway,
you need to. You need to. Don't let this girl go. You know how this shit happens. I mean, me and you listen to enough true crime podcast bullshit to allow this to go any further. Yeah. If we have the ability to warn a bitch, we're going to warn a bitch, you know?
I just think it's wrong. Like,
it is. It's fucked up.
And you know what? Honestly, I really only had this conversation with him to use it to my advantage so that she would know what he was really fucking doing.
Yeah. Well, you want some good news instead?
Yes. Gimme.
Get like a palate cleanser for the anger. Before we recorded today, I got a phone call from my mom.
How is she?
Well, she has enough accrued vacation time and sick time and stuff to take her entire last month off. Today is her last day. They threw a retirement party. They're giving her, and I didn't know this was a thing. They're giving her, it's an honorable retirement, and you get this card, right, with it, and that basically what the card means is that when she's retired, she still can carry her gun everywhere, and she still has powers of arrest. So
what a boss!
So she's a retired old lady with powers of arrest.
That's awesome.
You want to see a picture of her with the judge she protects?
I would.
This is the this is her and the judge that she guards with.
Dude, your mother is a boss.
She's so little, isn't she?
She's petite. How tall are you?
How tall am I?
Yeah.
I'm 5'4".
You're the
She's
same
4
height
foot
as me?
11.
We would be twinsies. I'm the same
Yeah.
height.
She's like and this is her. You can edit this out if you want, but they're called it's a couple of the younger ones and Sylvia from the Silver Haired Club. It's like all the little old ladies that work
Oh
at the
my
courthouse.
god, they're so cute. Look
They're
at them
not-
all. They're like
they are like a united front.
they look serious. Like they're adorable but scary.
Yeah, the gossip fly. Anything happens in that town, somebody in that group knows about it. You know, but yeah, she the guy she trained up to replace her, Brandon. He is a Cajun, a proper Cajun. So all the little old ladies and everything, they got her these really nice, like, mixing bowls that she'd been watching on eBay for ages. It was this little mixing bowl set, and they have hearts all over them. My mom's got a thing for hearts. And she was watching them on eBay, and somebody bought them, and she went to work bitching her head off. They sold my bowls. They sold my bowls off. Somebody bought my bowls. Well, it was the ladies at work that had all put in and bid on it. They'd all bid on it, so one of them would get it, and they gave it to her at a retirement party.
Aww.
Whereas the Cajun gave her this really fuck off big knife with like brass knuckle handle and shit that hooks to your belt. And I was like, yeah.
That actually, I think that would be my favorite gift. I'd be like,
oh
bowl,
man, this
knuckle.
is the guy, because I got my mom one year the Mora Firelight survival knife. It's a knife that comes with a fire starter, right? And this is the guy that when she got it, she brought it to work to show him, because she was like, oh, I got to show Brandon, because he's a cop, but he's a Cajun, so he's covered in knives. He's got knives for days. He's got knives all in his truck, all on him, knives. You know? And so, yeah, she brings it in to show it to him, and they accidentally set the sergeant's desk on fire testing it. They were like testing it on the desk, and it lit up a bunch of files. And they were just like, put it out really quick and then sort of doop-de-doo out of the office.
Dude, that's like that's what people think about when they think of Super Troopers. Like something like that happening.
I made her watch that movie, and she found it very relatable.
I love it.
She found it very relatable. Very relatable. She loved it.
Congratulations to your mommy and her retirement.
Oh, I'm so glad. I was like, are you going to get a watch? And she was like, what county do you think I work in? This area is too poor for watches. They're not going to give me. Well, our station can't afford watches. This district gets like $2.50 from the government. That's it. Like,
you're like, gold jacket, green jacket. Who gives a fuck?
She said they'll probably give her badge, and if they do, I want to definitely have it mounted and displayed and stuff for her.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, so she called me earlier, and I was like, okay, going into it with some good news, and I needed that good news, because even though it's not particularly traumatic, right before that, I stumbled across this video.
I knew you were going to bring this up.
It's disturbing.
It's bothersome.
It makes me uncomfortable, right? Yeah. And it's a guy really enjoying his shower, but the whole inside of the shower is carpeted. Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't feel okay with things being carpeted. In general, I like clean lines, so like carpet's already a stretch for me.
Right? But in a shower?
It's like, it would be like a wet, soppy waterfall. Like it'd be like making out with a mop.
Or like, it'd be like, okay, if you imagine you're a flea and you live on the back of a dog and it starts raining.
I now understand why this made you feel horrific. Like, now it makes sense.
Like, that's what it must feel like. And it stinks and the mildew and oh no.
Oh yeah, because you could never clean that. You could never sanitize. Yeah, you could never sanitize something like that ever.
No, and it won't dry. It will never be completely dry.
Yeah, because like unless you're blow drying it for like hours, and it would take hours for that level of thickness that was there. It's like a spongier carpet.
It did give me a bit of an inspiration, though.
Oh God,
it'd make a great punishment
to put someone in there and like.
Well, I mean, obviously, I would never
What would you call that? Slacking?
I would never build a I would never build a carpeted shower. Even if
Okay.
it's in a dungeon, I wouldn't do it just because when I went in there for any reason, I would just be like horrified by it. But maybe instead, like, okay, now you're going to have a shower and I'll run the shower. And before they get in, put like a massive thing of shag carpet on the bottom so their feet can just squelch in it. And that's what you get for not checking your emails on time.
Dude, you know what? First of all, when I was watching that, I felt like I needed a shower, but then I felt concerned that my shower would give me the same icky feeling I got while watching the video, because it's about an icky shower, really. I mean, but for someone out there, this is probably a kink. It's probably got even a name.
It's gotta be.
It's probably got a name. We should name it.
Rule 34.
Rule 34.
It's gotta be.
Yeah. If it exists, there's porn of it.
What about... That's tricky. What would you name it? What would you name it?
It feels like it has to be a sound, almost like like schlucking, like you're schlucking in the shower. You're schlucking. I don't know. It's just
Schlucking?
Yeah.
Is that's not already take it? I don't think.
It doesn't sound like anybody would want to say it. So, just like no one would really want the experience.
The name for it is whatever sound it is that it makes when you're like walking through mud
it's exactly
in welly boots.
That's what it looked like. But I actually prefer the idea of like a mud bath.
Oh God, yeah.
Which is, I feel like could be nice, even.
A
Weird.
mud bath would be gorgeous.
I've never had one.
I never have, but I imagine I've never had a mud bath, but I've gotten really muddy before. I mean, at festivals and stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like it always feels kind of nice, especially in the hot sun. You're just like, maybe that wasn't so bad.
See, I feel like my inner child is like an elephant, and they love the mud.
Oh, I love baby elephants.
Aren't they
So
cute?
The cutest ever.
I love how they
also,
tumble around.
I got a message from a guy, which, I largely ignore messages, but he seemed to write more than hi or hello goddess or some shit like that. So I opened it up. And obviously on Instagram, you can choose whether to accept it or not. So I was like, I'll read it and see if it's worth accepting.
Right.
And there was this guy that was like, "Oh, I worship you so much. He wanted permission to write erotica about me." And obviously, first instinct is like, nah, pay me. But then I started thinking about it and was like, actually, this is a really good opportunity to see what goes on in your average sort of sub's head. The insight you can glean from that kind of thing seemed good. I was like, he might give me some ideas for clips I can make,
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, you can send it to this particular email.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you know what I think. And I was like, because you think it's going to be just like your usual spanking and bondage. No, straight off the bat, giantess story. Where I am a giant woman and I am tormenting these tiny little 2-inch tall dudes and like forcing them to play games. And if I eat one of them, I shove one of them up my ass and clench it. It's so hard that it crushes him to death. I think I drowned one in pee. Like I was like, this is just fucking great. This is just great.
You're like, I love my job.
Right? This is just fucking great. And obviously, because you got to sort of say in persona when you're talking to him. So I couldn't message him and be like, well, that was just fucking great, dude. You have
to like hold the character. Hold.
Yeah. I told him, I honestly, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the sort of playful spirit, because my character thought the whole thing was fucking hilarious in the story.
Yeah.
And I was just like, awesome. And that he made me smile, and that he could continue to send me parts of it, and I'd give him my feedback. So now I have this guy around specifically to write stories of worship about me. And I gotta say, it's good for my ego. I'm liking it.
I think think this
like
is
it.
great for morale.
It is great for morale.
I think it's time that, Lily get the appreciation she truly deserves. And if you're going to do it in word form, fantastic. Start there. End with money. Money is really important to us. We are really materialistic, so money.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, because I'd already planned on doing some, at least a couple of giantess clips. But I didn't think, I kind of put it on the back burner because I thought, well, it's not that common of a fetish, and there's probably not that many people into it and stuff. And first story off the bat I get from this guy is a giantess story. So I'm like, okay, I might have to bump that up the line of content, really, because maybe there's more people into this than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fun one to play out when you're filming and stuff, because you get to sort of stomp around like Godzilla and like.
I realized I need a specific type of slave, actually, really recently.
Yeah.
Yes, I want somebody to take photos of me for me. I'm just bored. I don't want to take the same angles anymore. I'm done with that. I know I can set up the tripod and shit, but I'm lazy, okay? It's not my job to work, okay? I'm cute.
You could probably, and not even necessarily a sub. You could probably meet other doms that will do stuff like that for you in your local scene.
I know of lots of people who would offer. I just don't know that I really want. I really want to have the upper hand here, okay? Because I want to know how those photos are utilized. You know what I mean? Plus, they're not going to be racy either. But. Well,
Absolutely.
racy is a definition I've learned. I sent a photo of my middle finger to a dude the other day, and he was like, "Oh my god, I just came," and I was like, "Really?" I guess to him that was pornographic. I was like, "Shit."
It is.
Because I was like this. I was like,
that's the difference between a fetishist and a kinkster.
Okay, define that, because I would love to put that in our show notes and be like, these are the differences.
Kinksters are people that enjoy BDSM and enjoy play and stuff like that. Fetishists have a specific thing that fuels their desire, whether it's feet, whether it's panties, whether it's hands, whether it's gonna be a specific either body part or object that they are focused on. And that is all they need. They don't give a shit about all the rest of the bells and whistles. They just want, content of that,
Yeah. I've been told I have really beautiful feet, and I'm like, really? Okay.
I love foot fetishists. Oh my God.
They're so loyal. Dude, they're always on my shit. I love it.
Seriously, I love a foot fetishist. I really do.
One guy was like, "You have amazing
enough
arches." I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Dude, you know what? You know what I'd like to get for a sub? I'd like to get a foot fetishist that is also a heel fetishist, because they worship your feet, but also buy you shoes. And those are two things that I really will enjoy.
I love heels. Heels are definitely a fetish of mine. I am obsessed with them.
Absolutely.
I used to, at one point, when I was rich and allowed and had a separate closet just for my, for my clothes, I had, and this is no exaggeration, at least 200 pairs of different heels.
There was, when I was younger, I didn't even own a pair of shoes that weren't heels.
Right.
All of my shoes were heels.
Yeah.
And now it's like I just bought a pair of new boots, by the way, that just arrived 2 days ago.
Ooh.
Speaking of shoe shopping, I'll show you a picture.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I just bought those. And I have a torn meniscus. I can barely walk properly, but I'm still like, oh, I need those heels. I need those
You're
heels.
like, I don't care if I'm flopping down the deck. I'm still going to be wearing these adorable Louis Vuittons.
Right? Totally. Exactly. I'm trying to make the picture big enough. There we go.
Oh my God, those are adorable.
Aren't they gorgeous?
I see why you picked those out. Those are very you.
They're so cute.
Yeah, they are. They're very attitude-y. I like that.
Aw.
They have a lot of kick your ass behind them. Like, that platform is no fucking joke. If that goes up your fucking noose, you're gonna feel uncomfortable.
When I saw, speaking of heels going into things, did I tell you about the boots Heidi showed me last time we recorded with the butt plug heel?
No way.
The heel of the high heel is a butt plug.
What a sorceress.
Yeah.
What a fucking, she's a boss. Sometimes you just feel like,
I was like, how'd you find these and where can I get them? You know?
dude, she's proof. Not all heroes wear capes. I'm just saying.
Right?
So it's Friday. We normally do not record on Fridays, but in the spirit of Friday, I would like to make a complaint to management. I'm management. I'm complaining to myself. I have not actually kept up with my content lately. Like, I had to get my hair touched up because my slaves have been really slacking, so none of them exist right now. I literally cut the fucking roster last week. I was like, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. Your unblock fee is the following. Only one of them has made the cut so far. But, like, I'm a little annoyed with, like, the back and forth. I'm not a Tinder whore, so, like, this is something where I just stopped really wanting to produce content. I was like, this is fucking annoying for nothing.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, why am I doing shit for you when you're not paying me enough?
Right?
Why?
Dip into that wallet.
Seriously, it's Friday. Your check is my check. It's not yours. You're misunderstanding Friday. Okay. Friday is really just my payday.
Misunderstanding Friday.
I'm sorry.
That's my favorite.
I hate it when people get shit wrong in front of me and then I have to deal with it. I'll fucking cut you right off my roster. One guy was like, are you really gonna? And I was like, block. He was actually the first one to pay. I was impressed. He paid within like 12 hours. He thought I wasn't serious. I was like, no, you don't exist. So you pay the unblock fee now. And he did.
Nice.
But why did you have to bring it to that level? Why didn't you just pay the tribute you owed me and said you were going to pay? Don't fucking make empty promises to me. Also,
yeah, seriously.
This, like, international funds issue is really pissing me off also. If you're in the Emirates and you want to give me $1 million, why is that a problem? Like, why can't there be an app for that that's not PayPal?
I know.
I'm really just, these are my universe complaints.
Maybe you should consider opening up a separate bank account for direct deposits. Because bank to bank.
Can you rescind a bank deposit? I bet you could.
I have no idea.
I bet you could.
That was the extent of my help. I have no idea.
I've heard, and I don't know if this is true. You'd have to let me know what if you know. But I've heard Circle Pay might be an app that actually can be worked through multiple countries.
I've heard decent things about Circle Pay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, for now, I've got Venmo and Cash App. Those are my preferred apps. I don't like PayPal. I don't like you, PayPal. You fucked my family. You fucked me. You fucked my friends. You fucked sex workers who are trying to get fucked. It's not okay. So.
Wait, time out. So, Shade.
Yeah.
Did you see that picture of the zombies ear I sent you?
First of all, that wasn't a picture, it was a video, and it was horrific, and I watched it like 150 times. In fact, I started trying to see if I could zoom in on the pixelated video just to be like, what could that condition be? Like, I was like, what do you have? Like, and then, like, I'm gonna stop this, but okay, so zombies in deer faces, it's really a zombie. I can't get the words out. Please help me.
It looks like something out of Resident Evil.
It's worse. It's like pus.
Like which Which Resident Evil was it? Where they were in Africa and they had the massive growths on their face and they would explode and little worm things would go. It was like that.
It really was like that.
It
was like that. Yeah, part of me was just
all
like
wrong.
I was Google doctoring it 100. I was like, what are you? What do you have? What were you exposed to? And the answer is we don't know, but we know that we could maybe get it. Right? Like it's transferable to humans?
Yeah, it can be transferred to humans, yeah.
So my face could end up looking like dude, the whole face was a tumor. It wasn't even, it was like oozing and shit.
Yeah.
It was really bad. Really bad. So where was that, by the way? I don't know where the actual deer was found.
I don't know. I do not remember where the
rogue.
video was taken.
Is it in the U.S.?
It was in the U.S., yeah. Northern U.S., I think. But yeah, it was in the States and very clearly real.
Oh, yeah,
very
it was definitely not.
Clearly real.
Yeah, it was a live animal.
It's like if you see a snuff film and then you see a fake snuff film, you can absolutely fucking tell the difference.
Yeah.
It's the same here. That was legit and fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, I watched it way too much. And by the 150th time I watched it, I was still convinced it was a real video. Like, there was never a doubt in my mind that animal was alive and someone had taken a video of it. It wasn't I know you can doctor videos and I understand all of that, but this wasn't that kind of video. Yeah, but
that's not what this was.
This is not that kind of video. This was not a Scorsese. No. No.
Since the world's gonna end, would you like some kink in the news?
I love kink in the news. This is the only way I survive. Go on, wifey.
Well, you're not getting kink in the news because instead what you're getting is Paul Bullen.
What the fuck?
Paul Bullen is a dude on Twitter, and he had an article written about him because he's made himself a bit internet famous for explaining vaginas to women and saying that, oh no, don't use the word vulva, it's a vagina, blah, blah, blah. Right? Now this happened, this initial exchange, and of course it's met with people in the comments all trying to correct him, all trying to like, dude, stop, you're wrong. Just admit you're wrong, right? Days ago.
Right.
As of 12 hours ago, this motherfucker is still arguing about this. It's been days. All the comments are just like, why are you still talking about this?
Men,
just stop. As of 12 hours ago, but how many women here feel physically genitally mutilated due to using the word vagina rather than vulva? Do you feel your visible genitalia does not exist just because you use the word vagina to refer to them? This is the argument given for making a change. Is it convincing? No, dude, you were wrong. It was a vulva, not a vagina. Stop. Just stop.
Men going their own way once again.
Just for the love of God. So if anybody wants to have a look at this train wreck, his name's Paul Bullen. Twitter handle is @Paul Bullen, surprisingly enough, because he's the creative type. PaulBullen. And if you all engage, I'll see you there because I keep reading it. It's so fucking funny.
Dude, I think this is just further proof men don't fucking understand vaginas. Just saying.
Dude, all the guys that do are sitting here going, because there's a lot of men in the comments that are just like, just take the loss, man. You're wrong.
They're like, please, just stop. These women are never going to let this shit go.
You are embarrassing yourself. God fucking damn it.
We
also in kink in the news, Kamala Harris has joined the recent movement to legalize sex work in New York. So
I love that.
Hopefully we'll see how that goes, but it really needs to be done on an international level. But hey, man, a win's a win.
Yeah.
And prominent Dems are trying to get on record now that they are in support of decriminalizing sex work. They are in support of, helping the community. Now let's see what they actually do, because they're also wanting to. Here, I found it. On Monday morning, New York state lawmakers said they were drafting a bill to decriminalize sex work, as well as release sex workers from prison and remove prostitution from their criminal records. And I think that needs to happen.
That's amazing.
That needs to happen today.
You know what part of the push
Today.
behind this is, though?
What?
It's that human trafficking has gotten out of control, and women who wanted no part of the sex industry have been looped into it, and now they've got records they don't even want.
Well, and the thing is that all of the things that they bring in to try to stop human trafficking doesn't affect human trafficking at all. It just fucks over legitimate sex workers that are just trying to do their job. Like the Marriott bullshit and the Uber bullshit.
Yeah.
Things like that don't target trafficked women, because trafficked women aren't allowed to just wander about on their own like that.
Yeah.
So it's not helping. If you want to stop human trafficking, the best people to talk to are legitimate legal sex workers, because they don't want
the trafficking going on either.
Yeah, because that just.
I spoke to a group the other day, and there definitely are overlaps that I didn't recognize before.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to sit
Absolutely.
here and say that legitimate sex workers don't know there are illegitimate sex workers that are being forced into it, and they have a knowledge of it, and they're advocating for it because they themselves are in a position where they can't do anything else, or they don't feel like they should do anything else. I spoke with these women, and they were like, yeah, we know that they don't want to be there, but like to do anything about it would mean that we were ended at the time.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
there
And
are
that's the thing.
layers to it.
I think sex workers understand that above anyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, I was never a prostitute. However, I was a stripper for 10 years, and you could always tell. We had to run them out of the club on occasion. Pimps bringing in these like runaways that they'd found to try and put them to work, because a lot of times they'd use stripping to ease them into it.
Yeah.
At the beginning,
And get money going.
However, the number of those were way smaller than the number of independent sex workers that I met that were doing it by choice.
Yeah.
The point is that in order to help the girls that are being trafficked and being taken advantage of, you need sex workers on board, because we're the ones that are going to be the first to report. We're the ones that are going to notice the signs before anybody else. We can tell if somebody that we're working with wants to be there, So just fucking let us work. Let us work, and we will help you. We will help you. I personally, if I came across anybody I felt was trafficked, I personally would report the shit out of it.
So would I.
Yeah. Now that's not the same as when I was younger, because when I was younger and I was stripping, there were a few instances of trafficking that I saw, and I didn't report it. And here's why: because I don't want to go to jail.
Yep.
The realistic fact of the matter is that I was a stripper. And do you know who cops don't listen to?
Yeah.
Sex workers.
Yeah.
So calling the cops to report these women would just mean my arrest, the other women's arrest, and absolutely fucking nothing would happen to the traffickers at all.
Yep.
So, now I'm hoping for change. I'm hoping for change. Over here, we don't have as much to worry about, because in this country, prostitution, BDSM, selling of any sexual services or non-sexual services like that is perfectly legal as long as it's behind closed doors. You cannot walk the street.
Right.
You have to set up in a house.
Right.
Right. And it's like, okay. I mean, how many dominatrixes do you see walking the track?
I think it's stupid to assume that the business isn't going to continue. So I think the logic behind decriminalizing it is a good idea. It might give people it might give victims who are being trafficked a voice, because they now know that they wouldn't be in trouble for what they're doing, but they could still report what's being done to them.
Exactly.
And so that's why I said the push could largely be because of the human trafficking movement, because not only do they have records that aren't really things that they chose, some of them can't even speak English, but this happens right here.
That's right.
This happens right here. It's happening right where I live. There's a huge influx of, and they take children. They'll take, and they basically just farm them through the system. And
absolutely,
they ship them around the country and out of the country, and before you know it, I mean, it's over.
Exactly, and that's the thing. If you want to look into this yourself, ignore the government websites and ignore the BuzzFeed articles. If you want to see the real ugly, go have a look at the Facebook adoption sites. People straight try to sell their children on there, and I'm not kidding. And that's on Facebook, who banned me for a meme.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, and same with Craigslist, Backpage, but Backpage, I think, served a purpose. Like, I think that with trafficking victims, Backpage made it a bit easier to track down their locations.
Yeah.
So shutting it down kind of fucked us over, really. But, you know, I get it, kind of, you know, because it was a major problem on there.
It's like what we found out with the YouTube thing, where they're, you know, basically there's an algorithm in place that once you click onto a child video, you get videos by other children. And before you know it, you're reading the comments and you read low enough and it'll be them timestamping them when children are in precarious positions. It's sick. And then they start getting in contact with each other, and they have ways, like there's a whole set of verbiage that goes with it. They already know how to get in touch with one another. So they they build a community that is just like unabashedly sick, you know? And yet when you have somebody that, like, what we talk about every week, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that, it's not going to hit 1 million people, right? But, or I don't think so, anyway. But, like, you know, I mean, we might piss somebody off and it might go viral one day. But generally speaking, you know, we have a small voice, but what we're talking about is happening, and a lot of people right in your backyard are experiencing the waves of the things that we discuss.
Absolutely.
You know, even if you're not in the sex industry, doesn't mean you haven't been affected by it. And it doesn't, you know, and just because you're not a political person doesn't mean your rights haven't been affected by what's going on in your neck of the woods. So, like, there are a lot of things that we talk about that I feel like aren't just relatable, but I mean, we're a drop in the bucket. When it comes to human trafficking, it's like, it is the most massive problem because it's better than a drug to sell.
Absolutely.
The only people that are really going to be in trouble are the ones who are being trafficked, not the people trafficking them. And they know better than to rat them out because they'll be killed, and so will their families. And this is the leverage that's used against them.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
In short, Jet Li for president.
Who? Oh. Jet Li. Dude, I heard recently that they're trying to act like Trump. They're trying to say that Trump is crazy and, like, get him out of office that way. It's like, yeah, we knew he was crazy when we hired him. That's part of the problem.
Oh, dude.
So, like, when you elected him, you did that to yourself. There's no going back now.
I think they'll probably just get him on multiple counts of fraud. But I got to tell you, I'm loving the ride so far. The last season of America is fucking sick.
I know, it's lit, isn't it? It's really fun to watch because, like, I'm in the middle of it. I was like, this could go either way. Like,
Right? I'm riveted. I want to know what's going to happen. I'm hoping that you guys pull a full-on America and just fuck him over. Because America has always, to me, been about... We will give you the shirt off our backs, but if you fuck us over, we will kill you and bury you in the desert. You know?
I really like that logic. Is that a thing? Can we put that on the flag next year? Like, maybe we should have the Trump upgrade. MAGA.
Oh, man.
Leave you in the desert.
That's the thing, though. He's not evolved enough of a criminal to survive in America as a criminal. Because he's still doing that old style mafia shit, which works for a while, but times are changing, man.
Yeah, they really are. I feel like there's a real shift. I keep saying this because I see it still happening. There's so much political pressure and social outrage that by the time that, even if he got another term, which he might, if he got another term, by the end of this, we're all going to be like, who is still here? Like, who made it?
I know, right? I can't wait to see, because it's just glorious. You know who I'm excited to watch? Because I watched Cohen's testimony. You know whose testimony I'm pretty stoked to watch?
Who?
Fucking Sean Hannity's. He's gonna lose his shit. He is gonna rant.
Hannity's such a raging motherfucker anyway. Like, it's just like poke the bear.
He is gonna rant and rave like your crazy racist uncle at Thanksgiving. It's gonna be fucking hilarious. He is. It's gonna be great. I plan on getting popcorn and maybe some rum.
Yeah, dude. And then we'll be commenting on it. So if you love us, go ahead and tip us. PayPal.me/tiptheladies. Because you give a shit. If you're not, I have our Instagram links. You can follow us on the show notes. In the show notes. Wow, I'm just like all tongue today.
You know, I think you stumbled across a really good content idea there. You know,
what?
You said we'll be talking about it. We should get like sections of these little political testimonies and give two dominatrixes commentate on these motherfuckers.
I love it. Let's do it. When's the next one? I love these episodes of America. Like, it's like Survivor, but for your own country.
When's the next episode?
All right, everybody. Well, we got to get out of here. We have real lives. So,
But wait.
What?
We need to wait like 5 minutes.
Really?
Before we go. Yeah, because we have to talk about the strain of the week.
Strain of the week! Yay! Oh my god, I thought it wasn't going to happen. I didn't even want to bring it up to be disappointed. This is so exciting. Okay. I love you.
This week's strain of the week is something for the littles. It's called Animal Cookies. And it is a 75% indica leaning, delicious bud. Recommended time of use, morning. Its parents were Girl Scout Cookies and Fire OG Kush, both killer strains. So good. I've not smoked Animal Cookies, but I'm gonna be fucking looking for some. I'm telling you.
That sounds amazing. Because I love. You must have been inspired. I showed you my pre-dinner yesterday. My Teddy Grahams.
Yes.
And I was like, you might be a little girl if you consider this dinner.
I absolutely was. I was just like, that's gonna be the strain of the week.
I love it.
It's a Canadian strain, so it's gonna be nice to you.
Oh, we love Canada!
We love Canada!
This is why it's such a nice strain. Right there, you won. Keep going.
It's got a nice sweet and sour kind of smell to it. The indica effects are prominent. You will get couch lock on
Okay.
This is the couch lock. So get your strain of Animal Cookies and also get a box of Animal Cookies. And have those close by.
So that you can
'Cause
devour them while you're smoking. Double
Yeah, you're not
fisted.
going to want to get up later.
In the couch.
Tested samples measure its THC content between 18 and 27%. It's got little buds, though.
Aw.
Most of the buds are like little, like smaller little,
Nuggets?
not the giant freaking 1 ounce.
The ones
in a
that look like
bud.
trees.
They're in the little sort of popcorny buds,
Okay.
When it's cold, for those of you who, for some reason, keep your weed in the fridge, and I don't know why you do that, but hey, when it's cold, it makes it turn a bit purple.
Oh, ooh, pretty.
It makes it change colors a bit. So it's a process similar to the leaves in autumn. When the weather gets cooler and the chlorophyll breaks down and they change colors, this bud does that too when it's cold.
I love
I know.
purple. It's my favorite color. Purple and red are my favorite. Not together, but I like purple and red.
Hey, purple and red together can look cool. But
It can, if you don't want to look like, like the Hamburglar.
But yeah, it's a bit harsh, animal cookies, so it might make you cough a bit. Sorry, I've been smoking Fruity Pebbles. That's why I'm all
Me
fucked up.
too! Hi!
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
right
bud
here! Yay, bud buddies! I'm gonna hit it right now just because you said that.
You do not get the cerebral intensity or the creative thoughtfulness that you get normally with this at all. This is a straight up smoke and chill the fuck out. Emotional well-being, relaxation.
Like you could
just
take a bath with this
comfortable.
bud.
Pardon?
You could take a bath with this bud.
Oh, absolutely. This is a great bud for bath, but make sure you don't smoke too much or you will just sit in there for ages and be like, the water's cold now. I should probably get out.
You're like, this is actually a problem for my body.
This strain is actually a fantastic remedy for insomnia. So
good one for me.
if you're-
Good one for littles.
Yeah, so if you've got insomnia, if you've got anxiety, stress, this is a great strain for it. So yeah,
I love it.
that is animal cookies. I was trying to make it quick because I know we've got to kind of go earlier today than we normally do.
Yeah,
But,
well, we fit
I
you
wanted to
guys
get that in there.
Yeah, we fit it in. We made it in
Yeah,
there.
so animal cookies.
I love
also
it.
sometimes called animal crackers.
I love it. I think that's a great strain. I'm gonna try finding that. I'll bet it there at one of the dispensaries down here. I'll be able to
Yeah.
find it. I'll bet.
Oh, you'll have to let me know if you get some. Tell me if
I
it
will.
helps
I'll
you
let you-
sleep.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. I'm really still struggling with sleep, but everything else, because I'm always up.
I'll message you, and over where you are, it'll be like 4 o'clock in the morning. You're like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm just like, "Why are you awake? Go to bed."
I really see. That's the thing. I've already been to bed. It just didn't work out for us. Like we never really. We kind of hang, and then it's like the bed's like, fuck you. And I'm like, fuck you too. And then I'm like writing, and I'm really boring. I'm usually researching shit, and then I wait for you to wake up.
Aww.
Yeah. But anyway, we love you guys. Please donate to the show. Rate us 5-star ratings only. Naughty comments are always welcome wherever you're listening to us. Share
As a
us
matter of
with your
fact,
friends.
naughty comments are encouraged.
They are encouraged. They are. As long as a 5-star rating and a tip are included. Thanks, guys. Bye. Thank you for joining us on Daddy Issues. If you enjoy the show, rate us wherever you're listening to us. And if you'd like to show your appreciation, you can do so at paypal.me/tiptheladies. If neither of those work for you, share us with a friend. I mean, after all, we're everybody's guilty pleasure. Click, play, obsess.